let this air feel good because I'm hot. We're both in onesies.
We are. No, I'm telling you, it's fucking steamy. I walked outside yesterday. You know, I leave my house at 4:40 to go to work. And it was like Miami hot.
Yeah.
You know how it's like wet?
No, it's gross. It's sticky.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
It's been not my cup of
Wait,
tea.
okay, let's talk about this.
Yes.
Hello. Do you know why it's hot right now?
Because there's some weather system coming through?
The corn sweat.
What?
I just learned about this week.
I've never even heard that term.
The corn, you know, like the sweet corn, like the corn.
Like
on the cob.
Yeah.
Okay, in the
I'm gonna
fields.
say it in Spanish, yeah?
Is sweating.
And so it's hot?
Yeah, it gives off like perspiration.
Where the fuck is their corn right by us?
We're in the Midwest, bitch.
I know, but like it's not near us. You mean it like just sweats and comes around?
And it creates a whole thing.
They can stop sweating
I swear
now.
to God, it's corn sweat. You got to look it up. I went down such a fucking deep dive hole the other day about it. But yeah, that's why we're suffering.
We went down a deep dive hole last night because it's Cooper's 3rd birthday yesterday, my dog.
Oh, happy birthday.
And thanks. And we went down, why do dogs pant? We went down a rabbit hole of like all the reasons that they pant.
Was he panting?
No, someone just at Yappy Hour asked like, hey.
What the fuck is Yappy Hour?
It's every Friday. So it started during the pandemic. Me and my neighbors, we range from
going strong.
age... I'm 34, so age 34 to like 76.
107?
Basically. And we sit in the hallway, let our dogs run, drink wine. Like there's been guitars in the hallway. It's, lasted since the pandemic.
Wow.
Definitely like gotten less of like, you know, consistency every Friday because it's a lot, you know, every Friday. But yeah. And that's why we went down a rabbit hole of like, why do dogs pant? Yeah.
Dogs panting, corn sweating.
Look at us.
The world.
And that's the end of the episode.
And that's all we had to fucking say today. Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm good.
How was your classes today?
Honestly, great. Okay,
Mine were pretty good, too.
Let me read you this ClassPass review. It's a good
bitch
one.
fucking hates ClassPass until it's a good review. And then she's like, let me tell you about ClassPass.
Exactly. No, true. I was like, I hate them until it's like a really great review. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's what it says. What an excellent class, 3 exclamation points. Challenging but engaging. Great instructor. This is what you'd expect the class to be. 100% recommend and will definitely be back. And I was like,
thank you so much, Susan.
I feel so good.
Yeah, I love that for you.
So yeah, I'm on a high for sure.
Great.
I know. I feel really good about it.
Do you think it's because you're back into the swing now of teaching? Like you were?
What are you saying? I like lost my... No, I'm kidding.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. No, but you know, because you were gone.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's definitely back in the swing. I'm feeling better. Like, you know, when you're out for... Well, we'll get into this, but like basically you're out, you know, like your whole routine is different, and then you come back in, it's like you got to psych yourself up for that like energy again. So yeah, I definitely am feeling like a lot better into the gate. How was your class?
Great. I had a killer playlist today. Not that I don't ever.
Yeah, but like when you feel it,
let me tell you something. If you're looking for a playlist for anything at all, holler at your girl.
I got you.
Because my shit's unmatched. Unmatched. No, it was great. Good class. Came back.
Yeah.
Chill.
Well, last week we talked. No, go ahead.
No, please go.
No, go.
No. Please go.
I was going to say last week we talked a lot about mental health. And so it got my mental health brain like working. And then I had therapy on Tuesday. It was such a good therapy session because I took a lot of like, all right, this is, and I was like, I told my therapist, I was like, now I think I should go through this like psychedelic experience, like da-da-da. And she's like, well, let's like talk through what you're going through. And it was so many. So at some points I was like, wow, Taylor and I are so different, but so similar. I was like, it just was kind of crazy to be like, one of the things, my biggest realization was she goes, what do you do to relax? And I go, like, I don't know. I don't know what I do to relax. I was like, even when I'm watching TV, I'm scrolling on my phone.
Yes.
If I'm like laying down, like I don't know. And so when you were like just taking like 10 minutes to like be with myself, think about my thoughts, like even if I'm thinking of some random song or whatever, I was like, I need to do that. It's not like, and here's the thing, we know the tools. It's sometimes you just like it's so hard to like actually do it.
Apply. Yeah. And also like and I think I said this last week, I'm so attached to this fucking phone.
Yeah.
And I hate to admit that about myself, but like I am. Like I cannot, and not that I'm like, when I say attached, I don't mean like I'm on it texting all the time because I have like the same 4 fucking people to talk to all the time. But like I am constantly like, even if it's just like open the phone, scroll, like refresh my email, nothing there. Okay, close it out. Next app, close it out.
Yeah.
And then I'll set it down for a couple minutes.
And then you go
and
back.
then you're like right back to it. And then I'm like, why am I doing
this? But
this?
here's the thing too, is like it's definitely like tenfold, because you're like, you don't want to be attached to it, but then like you're growing a business, like we're growing a podcast. How can you not know what's trending, what to talk about? Like the thing we're going to talk about today, like that what happened, like if you weren't scrolling, you wouldn't know. And then you know, like I don't know, it's just like
I'm in this like weird
sword.
spot of like,
Now I'm getting cold.
the fucking temperature control. I'm a baby. I can't thermoregulate in this room. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm wearing this sweatshirt as a dress right now to cover my legs because I'm frozen. But I'm in this like weird spot. And I've said this before, like, I'm never trying to be an influencer, right? Like, that's not my MO. Like, I don't. I'm here to de-influence, I think, sometimes. But at the same time, I am trying to like create opportunities for myself and exposure and like
but you have to
pretty
then,
fucking funny, and I think people should hear that. So like,
and you have to show up. That's the thing.
Yeah. So it's like I'm in this weird spot of like trying to put myself out there on the internet, even if it's just me like recording stupid TikToks in this like, where I get one day like 300 views and then the next day like 6,000 or whatever, you know, like, and I'm just like, I don't really know where the social media game is going to go for me. I'm like just.
Or in general.
Yeah.
You know, like these, so I was watching Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And
Talk
a
about
lot
a cult.
of these,
Talk about an eating disorder.
Truly. Oh my God. Triggering.
Talk about an eating disorder.
But all of these girls like were like, I don't need my job anymore, like their nursing job or their aesthetics job or whatever. I'm just going to be an influencer. And it was like one of those things where it's like I was looking and I was like, if you have 130,000 followers on Instagram and 300,000 on TikTok, are you realistically not, that's enough to not have another job? Like, I don't know because I'm not there.
I don't know the metrics either, but I think so.
But
I think
at that point, I'm like, do we, like, what's after that? You're just
also,
a lifelong
I don't
influencer?
even think. Yeah, I think so. And like until the times change, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I wanted to create an AI girl for OnlyFans?
Dude, insane, but you should. Why not?
I was like, I'm gonna make an AI bot, and then I was like looking into it, and they were like, that's not allowed. And I'm like, but there's people doing it, so I need
The
to like
Wimbledon girl?
I need to talk to somebody in tech and figure out how the
crazy.
fuck.
Okay, tell me about that girl too.
Okay, yeah. Well, so while we're talking about it, so I, in my rot scroll, came across, and now this episode's going to come out on Wednesday, so the story's going to be like a couple days old, but I hope that this girl still gets hype like through the next week or so. So she's this micro influencer. Her handle on TikTok is It's Carla BB, I think. And long story short, she was a micro influencer in that she had like 15,000 followers, which I'm like, that's like exponentially more followers than I can even imagine having. But sure, micro is great. So and her thing is food, right? She does like food reviews and whatever. And she lives in San Francisco, and her content is super cute, and it's different in its own way. Like, she's just got a really nice thing going on. So she got invited to partner with this restaurant in San Francisco, which she's done before with many other food places. And this place, I have to it was like they weren't talking about the name of it for a while. Like, she wasn't even talking about it, but now if you Google it, it'll come up. It's I think it's some Japanese flair restaurant or something like that. I don't quote me, but I know it's like its whole MO is that it's a wine bar with like small plates.
Okay.
So anyways, she's telling the story about how she shows up to the restaurant. She gets greeted by the host. He's like, yep, like, let me show you to your seat. They talk like a little bit of logistics. Now, her husband was supposed to be meeting her there, but she went early, as a well-prepped girly does.
Yeah.
And she's sitting at the bar, and like within an earshot, like I'm talking, she's like 2 or 3 people away from her, is the guy who's like the host. I don't know if he was the hostess or like he was the host of the partnership, whatever.
Yeah.
But he is like loudly having a conversation with this person who presumes or looks like is the chef. And so like she's like, I knew they were talking about me because they're like TikTok followers, Instagram, whatever. And again, they're like an earshot away from me. So like I'm not an idiot. She's like, so I'm sitting there and I'm starting to get really uncomfortable and I'm like waiting for my husband to come and whatever. So this second guy that she hadn't interacted with yet approaches her and is like, now she's telling this whole story on TikTok. And the premise of this video at the beginning was her being like, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. Well, sis, it's a good thing you did.
Yeah.
So this guy comes over and he starts asking her questions like, who are you? And like, let me see your TikTok and whatever. And she's like, I just watched you fucking look at my TikTok, but okay.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's not even looking at like my page. He just searched my name and then was like looking at the content that, you know how if you search something, there's content that comes up. And he starts going on this like aggressive rant being like, your brand doesn't align with what we do here. I don't know how you got this partnership. My daughter has 600,000 followers on Instagram or on TikTok. Like, that's the kind of partnerships we're trying to have. We don't think your viewers would be equipped to dine here. Basically being like, we think you're not rich enough.
Yeah, we think you're too poor.
Yeah. And also she got rich because of TikTok. Like, you're poor, sir. But like, anyways, all this stuff. And then being like, did you even research this restaurant? And she's like, actually, like, you guys don't have a website yet. I did. Like, I know that it's a wine bar and you do small plates. And I know the menu front and back because I'm just the type of person that like likes to know a menu before I go to eat, yada, yada, yada. And he's just like ripping her a new asshole. And she's like, I'm like really uncomfortable. And he's like, I don't think this is a good idea for a partnership. So then her husband shows up and he doesn't know any of this is going on. So he's like, how's it going? And she's like, we're out of here. Like, we have to leave. So they end up leaving. She doesn't do the partnership, whatever. She goes home. She records this TikTok telling this whole story. And she's just like, I left in tears. Like, I think she even said she started tearing up when the guy was like,
yeah, because you're
assaulting her verbally.
I think also like you start somewhere. And so like you're building a following and you're telling me I'm not good enough to dine at your fucking restaurant.
Right. And especially like that partnership was created from them. Like, she screenshotted like them sliding into her DMs being like, hey, do you want to like do a collab or whatever?
Which also like, don't like, I just always feel like if someone comes into your restaurant, like, you don't make them feel bad. Make your marketing person feel bad if that's how you really feel.
If that's how you feel, right. You pull your person aside and is like, hey, this partnership, not looking for this kind of thing in the future, you know, and just like leave it be. So then she gets, you know, she goes home and she records this whole TikTok and like basically says everything that I just said with some more details. And she went from 15,000 followers to like 360,000 followers overnight.
Because
and like,
the people are like, we want to support you.
Yes,
girl.
yes. And like big people, like Alex Cooper retweeted it. And like Tana Mogu was like on there being like immediate follow. Like, this is like the kind of thing that, you know, whatever. So then his this chef's daughter makes a TikTok and she's like, I'm mortified. I'm like so upset with my dad and his business partner and like I don't even know what to say and like I sent this girl a personal message and I hope that she answers me and like this is not at all what I represent.
I respect her.
Yeah, 100%. And then it's like you get that thing where there's people on the internet who are like sending her death threats now because she's the daughter of the guy, you know, like whatever. But anyways, long story short, the restaurant is now closed.
Yeah,
because that guy, like, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that.
Which also is like, you think you're too good for the everyday person.
Well, that's what I mean. And like that right there is the power of social media. Like that social media can make or break whatever it is that 100%. Is your brand or business.
Likely, most of the time, that 15,000 following is so much more engaged and tight-knit and tuned in than the 600,000 followers.
Right, exactly.
And so it's like you're actually stupid and you lost your business.
Right, and now and
Karma,
so
it's a bitch.
I think I'm pretty sure the owners of that restaurant own like a couple other places, and like now they've posted. There's something when you search like that restaurant that closed, it's like KI something. It says permanently closed, and in parentheses, it's like no longer affiliated with their two other restaurants because they don't want people to. And I guess he was like, I won a James Beard Award. Like, do you even know who I am? Which like a James Beard Award is arguably like, it's great in the world of creation as far as like
chefs.
Yeah, they do food and like you can get it for like being a writer or like whatever, but like it's not like the guy had a Michelin star and like
but also
whatever.
Like, what makes that
either way, right?
What
either
makes
way,
you be so like high on your horse to be like, I have this, you can't come in.
And that's the thing. I think that's, and I don't know where that starts to come from. I don't know at what point in people's lives they gain success and all of a sudden are.
Well, clearly that didn't land well.
But you know, like at what point do you gain success and you're just like, I'm fucking so much better than the rest of these people when like you worked hard and got to, like most people do, to do
crazy.
Yeah, it was nutty. But yeah, so now I mean, like every day I was reading through her comments.
Yeah.
And people were like 100K already, like go off. And like she had already had like 360 or something. So I hope this keeps.
Hell yeah.
I hope this girl gets royalties from this for the rest of eternity.
Same. And she'll probably get so many deals too with like restaurants and food companies and all that kind of stuff because she just shared her experience, which is so insane too. And
without social media at all, that would have been an experience for her where she would have just felt like shit and that would have been the end of it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Where she probably would have just been like, cool.
Right.
Like, I'm not good enough. And you begin to question yourself. And oh my God, so many things.
Imagine paying money to go out to, well, I know she was there on a collab, but like imagine going out to eat and like doing something that you enjoy and having someone just insult the fuck out of you to the point where you're like, I'm crying, I have to leave.
But also it's like they invited her. Like they said, please come. And then they're like, you're not allowed.
Yeah. It's just crazy. People are wackos.
But that's like the whole power of social media. Like sometimes like being in marketing and having influencers be like, one post, we're going to charge you this. And just being like, wow, like they are valued so much no matter what your following is. Like you're valued because you bring so much to the table. So to be devalued like that is just, and not even devalued, but like devalued and insulted is just kind of insane.
Insane. Yeah, no, the whole thing was insane. I was like down such a hole today, like
I'm
watching
gonna go down
videos
a hole
about
later,
it. Yeah.
Just being like, what?
And like just the people in her comments.
And now it's listening, so it's going to tell me.
I know. Yeah, no, it'll the first thing it's going to do. Do we have the same phone case in a different color?
I think so. Mine's new. I just got it.
Look at us go.
I know. Look at us.
Anywho.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like I went to dinner last night and I was like, I can't imagine
getting kicked out. Your credit card's not good here.
Bizarre. Thomas, Marlon, and I went to dinner last night and we were like, we wanted to go to a patio and it was like Marlon and I had gone to work out and then we came home and he was like, I'm going to cook the salmon that's in the freezer and blah, 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 and I'll make this salad. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And 3 seconds later, he was like, do you want to go out to dinner? And I was like, yes, I do. Yeah. So we wanted to sit outside because it was nice out. So we found a patio in West Loop and then, okay, these boys love a scooter.
Really? Do you ride the scooter?
My God. Okay. The only experiences I have with the scooter are as the passenger. Like I cram my little foot.
You're on the back?
Yes.
Absolutely not. I need control of that scooter.
So this is why I think Thomas said it last night, and I was like, and then later I was like, maybe he's right. First of all, Marlon wants to scooter. Also, I don't want a scooter to like go out when my hair's. You can't scooter with your hair down.
First of all, you should be wearing a helmet.
Yeah, probably.
Second
but
of
like.
all, fuck the scooter.
Probably. But so, whatever. My hair was tied back because we had gone to the gym, so I like just slicked it, and he's like, we're going to be late. By the time we get the car, park, wait for the Uber or drive, whatever.
Just makes more sense to scooter.
He's like, let's just scooter. You can just ride on the back of mine. So I'm like, okay. When I tell you and also it feels like you're flying, you're going like 17 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But if you told me we were going 35 miles an hour, I would have believed you. We're flying down like Halstead. And I turn at one point and then also I can't see, right? Because you can't hold straight on.
That is why. Absolutely not.
I have to turn my head to like the side. So I have my head turned to the side in order to fit. And I get a glimpse of me on the back of this scooter with Marlon. And when I tell you I looked fucking microscopic. Like, I mean microscopic. And then I couldn't stop laughing. And then Marlon's laughing and he's like, record it. I was like, my phone is like buttoned into a pants pocket because I didn't want to lose it.
Yeah.
It was like the funniest fucking thing ever. So then we get to dinner and we beat Thomas there and he meets us and then Marlon's like, he's like, I'm going to tell him we scootered. He's going to be upset. I'm like, nah. Because he's always like, you want a scooter? And I'm like, no. So then he tells him and he's like, oh, what? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I just rode on the back,
Yeah.
And then to top it off, we told the waiter that it was Thomas's birthday and he hates that shit. Oh my God. It was like, we had the most ridiculous night ever. But so then on the way back, I was like, can we please just Uber? It's a little chilly now. And they were like, no, we're taking the scooter. So then I rode on the back of Thomas's and then I was more scared. And I said this to Marlon. I was like, this is not a body image knock, but like you have more for me to hold on to. Like my arms are like, there's no room between my arms and your body. Thomas, I'm like, felt like I really had to hold on.
As someone who like doesn't like to not be in control, the fact that you're on the back of a scooter
so
is
that's what Thomas said. So then
me.
I was like, because then I can't see what's happening, and he's like, I'm freaking out. And he's like, I think that like if you just drove it yourself, you'd feel better because you can see what's going on. And I was like,
100%. I would never get on the back of a scooter. I need to see if there's a fucking pothole. I need to see. Like, I'm not flipping over. No, I'm not going on a scooter anytime soon anyway.
I was like telling Marlon, I was like, I need you to like tell me when you're going to turn. And then we would be like mid-turn. Bike?
Yeah. I love bike riding, but scootering, not for me.
Yeah, but I don't like the bikes with the motors.
No, that's an electric bike. No, I have like my own bike.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like I would ride my own bike, but Divvies do have like the electric bikes.
Yeah.
But no, I I love my bike and I would ride my bike anywhere. But scootering to me, it just like freaks me out.
I know. And then, Marlon's like wiped out before and like caught up. Remember on the way to
last year?
So you're
not even seeing where you're going and you're gonna fucking wipe out.
I know. And Thomas was like, you just gotta trust me. And I was like, I don't.
But let's move in together.
I mean, I do.
No, I
but
know.
I don't.
See, that's why I don't understand how you're on the back. I wouldn't even want anybody behind me either.
I tell them, like, I've rode on the back of my friend Ashley's before, and, like, I don't know that she's a credible driver at all because I've seen her drive a car and I don't allow it. So, like, I don't even know why I did that. But it just, and then I tried to keep putting my foot down to, like, kickstand it.
Yeah. Freedom on the scooter.
I don't know. People love it, but I'm just like, it's not for me. And I've voiced that multiple times. And then I get on and I complain, and they're like, you're no fun. And I'm like, I told you I didn't want to do this.
Yeah, I'm not a scooter gal.
It's not for me.
It's not for me either.
I mean, you get places faster for certain because traffic in this city fucking blows, but I don't know. Maybe I'll drive it down the road and see how it goes.
I did it once with my cousin, and I almost I couldn't stop, so I almost flipped over a car, and I was like, I think that's the end of my scooter.
I think what I don't like is like your feet. You have no control. Your feet are stuck because you have to stand.
Yeah, I don't like any of it.
Motorized sporting, not for me.
Just not a scooter gal.
Yeah, then Thomas is like, well, this is really gauging, like, what we can do in the future. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We're just planning out our future.
I was like, I don't want to do, like, motocross or anything. Like, count me out. I'm
Next
good.
time we see Taylor and Thomas, they've got two scooters.
We have a Vespa.
Like lifting, spinning the scooter around.
Yeah. I'm
like
just
cool shit like that.
Yeah, I love the city, but I'm not a city kid like that. I like an Uber.
Same.
XL.
I do like my bike ride, but again, to your point, you get somewhere and you're like sweating balls and you're just like...
I see people, I'm like, how do these people ride their bikes to work? What are they doing when they get there? They're full of sweat.
Darius walks to work and he's full of sweat. I'm like, that's
and then you
gross.
just sit there and you're sweat all day.
And then you sweat on your walk back.
This is why there's a back knee epidemic.
It's just lovely.
It's disgusting. Yeah, anyways, the street cycles.
Truly.
I like a stationary bike in a dark lit room.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know what's funny? So yesterday we were talking about like studios and blah, 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 and how some studios are like, they're nixing their other formats to bring in like mat Pilates and all that kind of stuff. And I was saying like they're leaning in towards a trend or a fad or whatever.
Right, and what are you going to do when that falls off?
Right, because someone was like, for my studio, they were like, would you ever partner with cycling? And I was like, I'm not opposed to it. Like, I'm not opposed to a cycling partner. I'm not a cycler, so I don't know anything. But I also was like, I got into this like whole thing of people just like nixing one modality and being like, we're going to change it to the modality that's cool right now. And if you've got a lot of money, of course you can change that studio over and over again. But I do think that like it's going in this fad. And right now the fad is like hot Pilates is like the coolest fucking shit out there. And it's like, it's it or nothing. Like someone was like, you could literally say there's piles of shit on every mat and it's hot Pilates, come, and people would be like, fuck yes, shit Pilates, let's go. Like it's just crazy.
I know. And then it's just like, what's the integrity of your studio at that point? If you're just like, what's the next latest and greatest thing?
Exactly.
Like, I don't even know if that's a smart business venture. Maybe in the short term.
In the short term, 100%. You're probably filling out those classes like over and over and over again. But in the long term, you're kind of like, what if it changes? And it will change. Yeah. Inevitably, it will.
I like a sweaty, heated class. Like, I really do. But also, it's kind of gross in there.
It depends on the studio. If they clean it, if they're like some of the studios.
But even during the class, like sometimes I'm like, you're the person next to you is really
Oh,
sweating.
and then they do something and they
it's
flick
like
their sweat on you, and you're like, oh, I
and
wanna
then there's
die.
50,000 mats in the room, and you're trying to like step over them, and then you're stepping on other people's
I'm
sweat.
all about, I teach at ENA and I teach a hot bar, and I love that studio, but my Thursday morning, it doesn't like get completely full, so you have like different spots next to you, and I love that. Like, I love in a hot room when you've got space, but I think you can sweat and burn just as hard in not a heated class.
Room, yeah. I guess it depends on what you're looking for.
Totally. I just think people are right now, they love the hot shit. Like, I subbed at Lifetime a Warrior Sculpt, which is a hot class, and it was like on one of the hottest days, and I was like, this sucks, but I had picked it up so long ago, and I was like, who is going to come to this class? And everybody
Full.
did, and I was like, what the fuck? I was
Yeah.
like, you're sweating out there and you want to come in and sweat? That to me, like, doesn't make sense.
Because you want to know what? I think something about sweating like that makes people think they've
Think
worked
they're working harder.
Yeah.
100%. When really and a lot of times, like, I have to correct so much form because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You are not doing the movement correctly.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, if you actually, and everything is like, pull, 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 pull. And I'm like, can we move like pull, release?
Yeah.
Pull, release, so we can really like feel that muscle burn versus the like fast movements. I'm like, what the fuck are you even doing? I don't know. I just think fitness is a crazy place right now too.
This is a crazy place
You know
right
what
now.
else is crazy that I had on our list to talk about last week, but we did not, is like this summertime and body image in the summer. We talked a bit about this, I think, like earlier in season 1. But one of the things I got to think about while I was on my honeymoon is this sense of like taking pictures and kind of like overanalyzing yourself and stuff like that in a bathing suit, in shorts, in tank tops, and all of this stuff. And it was like, it just got me thinking about all of the pressures that, especially like being, recovering from disordered eating and all of that, just like these pressures that in the summertime specifically are placed on all of us to like look a certain way, be a certain way. You're inundated with like GLP-1s and losing weight and being thin and this and that, and it's like, it just, being on my honeymoon, I think, was like the most microscopic thing I've done to myself, of like, oh my God, my legs, my stomach, don't take that angle of me, I hate this, I hate that. And like, I recorded myself the other day rolling towels, like I was doing a day in the life and I was rolling towels, and I was like, oh my God, my back, and I had to stop myself and be like, stop,
Yeah.
like give yourself a compliment and move forward.
Yeah.
It's been this, I think also with the wedding and stuff, but like this microscope on your body image.
Well, also, I think you were probably trying to not work, but enjoy your honeymoon, but also you are a big content person. So
Yeah.
you're trying to capture all of this like content as well. And it's like, then you're seeing yourself when you're just trying to like relax and not have to see yourself. And that
Yeah.
makes a whole, are you typically a worker outer on vacation type of person?
So I would say I'm like a 50-50 kind of girl. Like, I'm usually like, if I know I'm walking a lot, I'm not like focusing on like, let me get to the gym, let me work out. I think there's this pressure that I put on myself. No one else is putting it on me, but like, I am a fitness instructor. Like, I do promote a healthy lifestyle, all of that. And I'm like, oh, I should work out on vacation. But I had zero desire on my honeymoon to like wake up, go to the gym. We actually did try to find like a Pilates or a fitness studio, but the only like yoga studios that they have is like a person coming to you for $300. Like, that to me is like, no, thank you. And so we didn't. Like, I didn't work out on vacation, and it depends. Like,
Did that make you uncomfy?
yes. Okay. In my own, like when I'm traveling in the United States, it's fun for me because I'll go and I will try to find a new studio in that city and experience it. So I definitely was like, this would be really fun to find in Greece, but I didn't. And so not working out, even though like I wasn't sedentary, like we were moving a lot, but it definitely was this like, in my head, my eating disorder was like, you're getting fat because you're not working out.
Yeah.
Even though like that wasn't, clearly not, like, it wasn't true. I didn't gain 1 million pounds. Nothing changed or happened. It just, my mentality was like, you're getting fat now.
And so what do you do in those moments to like reset?
I would say these past like 2-3 months have been like gearing up towards the wedding, having the honeymoon, coming home has been a big like siren of eating disorder thoughts of like, I need to restrict, I need to work out, I'm inflamed, I'm fat, I'm like all of these thoughts. So it's been a really hard reset, I would say, of practicing everything that I already know. It was like recognizing the thought, okay, that's an Ed thought. And I'm not going to say that I always combat it with like, you're beautiful, you're amazing, your body's strong.
No, yeah.
There are times that I can be like, that's an irrational thought. Your body is capable and strong of so many things. Move forward. But I think mostly what I've been doing is just trying to catch the thought and trying to catch the thought and trying to catch the thought. I think truthfully a big thing has been trying to nourish myself, like not necessarily food wise, but just like I said in the beginning, my therapist was like, how do you relax? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I am a person who I think you said this last week, with eating disorders, we are big controllers and we try to control things. And so the one thing that we focused on was food because we could control that. And now that that's kind of been like a release where like we're not necessarily, you know, whatever. The one thing I can control now is what I do. So rather than sitting with my feelings, I am go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And I brought this up because this is like a tenfold story, but I had a miscarriage. And I didn't cry.
At all?
No. I had one night that I like teared.
Okay.
And I was like, that's not right. Like it's a really emotional experience. And I was sad. I was depressed. I was in my feels, but I didn't cry. And I was like, what does that say about me? And it was like, I didn't give myself a second to sit and feel.
Yeah.
I didn't give myself a second to just like have a moment to be like, this sucks and this is really heartbreaking. Instead, I kept myself super busy. And that's a pattern that I have in my entire life is I don't sit. I just go, go, go to cover up feeling any type of emotion. And that could be happiness, sadness, anxiety, uncomfiness, whatever it is. I just like go, go, go.
That's exactly where I was, is like and like once you get in the habit of not feeling or allowing yourself to feel things, you just don't even realize that you're doing it anymore. It just becomes like a secondhand behavior that, you know.
And it seems normal.
It does seem normal because you're just like, I'm not a bitch. I'm not going to sit around and whine all day long. Like that's the way that
and like I think what made me realize, like, wait, you're not processing this. Like, it's not actually processing is I was telling some of my close friends and they were all like, oh my God, are you okay? That's like so devastating. It's hard. And I was like, it is all of these things. Why have I not felt any emotion?
Well, you texted me and you were like, I'm fine. Like, I'm okay. And I was like, but you're not.
No,
you know, like, it's okay to be like, this happened and I'm not okay. You know, like, even I had to check you a little bit and be like, wait.
Yeah. No, everybody was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm okay. Like, but I had to like have therapy to be like, I'm not okay. Like it's actually not. And I'm allowed to be sad and I'm allowed to have feelings and emotions and I'm allowed to like be depressed and not want to do anything. But it's like, I think I try to be so strong for everybody else that it's like, how can I be weak? Like I got to just be strong and move forward and all of these things. And that tied back to this, like, I'd rather not feel the uncomfiness of feeling that I'm like, that I'm not happy in my body or whatever, and just like, it's fine, it's good, let's keep going, you know, type of thing.
I don't remember if I said this last week when I was talking about my whole like trip experience, but I was having like a weird emotional trigger to the word strong. Like anytime that Layla would be like, you feel like you have to be strong, or like you're being strong for this person, or you're like, I couldn't for the life of me like not shed like a bunch of tears on just like hearing that word. And I remember like out loud being like, I don't know why like this is happening, that it's just like that word for whatever reason is like such a trigger for me in a like vulnerable emotional state, right? Like not like us talking about it right now, it's not bringing me any sense of like duress. But it is like you make yourself out to be. And I don't know what that comes from. I don't know if it's like the not good enough thing or the control thing, or the you don't want to be weak, or like you don't want to be perceived as whatever, or like I don't know that I've pinpointed exactly. Like we talked about a couple of things, but I'm just like, I don't, and it's just for that one word to be such a thing is like incredible to me, because I would have never, you would think that that's like a compliment about yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
and it is at the same time. It is a compliment to be strong. It is a compliment to like be a support for so many people. But I think maybe, I don't know, but like maybe it's like, we don't want to be that strong all the time. Like sometimes we want someone to like be strong for us, and we don't allow ourselves to be weak. Like I know for me, I'm like, I was like, how can I be weak when like Darius is upset? Like I need to be strong for him, rather than being like, we can both be weak and go through this together. And emotionally comfort each other. And it's okay not to be strong in that moment. But it's like, I don't necessarily think I think that way. Naturally,
yeah, you know? Without prompting yourself to take a moment and reevaluate. Yeah, 100%.
Like I think in the way of like, nope, I just gotta be strong, gotta do everything for everybody, no boundaries, no nothing, like bring it on. I'll, like to your point, I'll hold all of your emotions.
Yeah.
But you don't need to hold mine, I got mine, it's cool.
Yeah. It's funny because, you know, and I think Thomas would say this about me too, like, that kid couldn't help me if I needed more help from any human on the planet. Like not because he's not capable, but because I won't ever ask and I won't let.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I think that's when you talk about intimate relationships and what really being intimate with somebody is a big part of that is being able to like, I don't want to use the words take care of you, but like to be able to, if it's somebody that you're letting dump weight on you, to be able to then reciprocate and like dump a little weight back, or at least like be able to, because for so long I lived from this perspective where it's my trauma, it's my hurt, it's my stuff to deal with, it's my stuff to navigate. You weren't even around for the cause of a lot of this. You weren't around in the height of the sadness or depression or anxiety or whatever. It's not your stuff to fix.
Yeah.
And for a long time I lived with that viewpoint. And honestly, over just the whatever, almost 2 years or so that I've been with him, he's given me just like a different perspective. And I'm not great at it still. Like I wouldn't say that I'm like, you know, the easiest person to take care of, but I try to be a little more like, this can be our journey and not just my journey anymore.
100%.
Because that's where like he feels connected and all that stuff. And also, I don't understand. No one's ever asked me for that before. So it's like hard for me to understand.
Yeah. In a role of traditional relationships too, a man wants to take care of you. Like your partner wants to take care of you.
Yes.
And feel that ability to like support you.
And I think that like I grew up watching my mom be taken care of her whole life, and then all of a sudden there wasn't someone to take care of her, and she was in fucking shambles. And I think I was just like, that will never be me.
Yeah.
Like I will never, I used to like say this a long time ago, but like it was always like, never make somebody your world, because the second that they are and they're gone, you have nothing anymore. And like I just was always like, I'm never ever going to be that person.
Yeah.
And so I've built that up so strongly that I don't do a good job of giving anything from, you know what I mean?
See, and I think I watched my mother be the like support for everybody, and I was like, I'm going to be just like that, and I am. And so now it's figuring out, how do I allow myself to lean in a little more? Like when I was so jet lagged those first 3 days and I was just crying, there was points where I allowed myself to like be weak and just like cry and have Darius hold me and like just like literally cry. And then there were points where I was like, I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable because he can sleep. Let me go cry in the like on the floor of the bathroom. But
this
you
is
know,
a
it's
sad
like,
novel.
Yeah, but it's like that three whatever, just like you want to be strong, you want to be weak, you want to let your partner take care of you in some ways, you want to take care of your partner in some ways as well. I don't even know how we got down this tangent.
I know we went on a long, but now that we're having a therapy session for everyone to listen to, do you think that you or I will ever be rid of the eating disorder things? Do you think there's a point where we ever do enough work and it's just gone, or do you think?
Do you want me to be real honest?
Yeah, I do.
I unfortunately think that it's a never-ending process of work. Because I think, like, same thing with relationships. Like, I think Darius said it to me the other day where he was like, I just thought like it wouldn't be work, like our relationship. And I'm like, I don't think the relationship with yourself, like your biggest relationship, is ever done with. Like I look at people who don't have an eating disorder, don't have anxiety, and I'm like, God, like that's really liberating. But the only reason I say that is because like maybe I don't have like all the food thoughts that I had before, but it's manifesting in a different way now.
Yes.
And so like I don't know. I always think like through the process you're a work in progress, and I just think like I do think there's things that are going to happen that really dim the voices that you won't hear, but then there's going to be certain situations that make the voices come up a little higher, and then you got to like dim them a little more. Yeah. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I was thinking about it today because I had this woman come to my class today, and afterwards she had kind of pulled me aside and she was like, I'm sorry I wasn't doing like a lot of the like up and down. And then she had shared with me that she had just had some kind of surgical procedure, and she was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sis, you don't ever have to come to me and explain. Like, like she was like, I'm sorry that I wasn't following the choreo 100%. And I was like, girl, like I provide the roadmap, you do you. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you want to come here and sit down the entire time and just vibe to my playlist. I
literally said that the other day. I was like, you just want to lay down, use this room as your sauna?
Like go ahead. Go yeah. Although I did have this guy come a couple weeks ago, and him, first of all, he couldn't be bothered with me even asking him if he had cycled before ever in the history of ever. And he's like, I'm a cycler, like a road cycler. And then he just continued to do his own choreo the entire time. And I was like, why did you come? Yeah. Like, you know, so that's a little weird to me. But anyways, for her, I was just like, girl, like, I don't, you know, don't ever like apologize to me again.
I'm not calling you out, Susie. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And like I'm not a liar. Like I will call people out, but it's because I know those people and they're regulars, and I've seen how hard they can work, and I can tell they're slacking today. That kind of thing. And it's just me being like, move your ass, you know, like
it's not like,
some people
why the fuck aren't you following what I'm doing?
Right. So, anyway, so she comes up, she ended up like getting a membership today. She was like telling me that she's from somewhere in the burbs, and was a big CrossFitter, and she's just gotten to a point in her life where she's like, I'm 44 and like I don't want to beat my body up like that anymore. And I've never done CrossFit, but Thomas is a big into that, and he's like too. He says it all the time. He's like, I don't want to max out lifts anymore. Like I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she was just talking about getting into cycling. She's like, and I've never done bar, but you guys have bar, so like I'm gonna try it out, and like I think it's gonna be a really good workout, and yada yada. And then like she stopped and she was like she's like I want to look like whatever you're doing, like I want to look like that. And let me tell you something, 10 years ago I would have fell over on the ground if someone said that to me. That would have been the happiest thing that I could have heard from anybody, was that you want to look like me, because like I look in the mirror and like I don't want to look like me, so like I couldn't. And so now here I am in this point in my life where I'm not, you know, viciously making myself sick or any of those stuff anymore, and I do movement for mental benefits, but also because like I know how to move my body now in a healthy way and all this stuff. And it's like I've reached this point where like I don't look in the mirror and hate what I look like, and I really don't pick myself apart. So you'd think that like hearing that would be like, go me, you know what I mean? And like I panicked. Like I was like, oh yeah, I'm like immediately uncomfortable. Immediately I was like, what can I change the subject to so that we do not have to talk about how I look anymore? And it's just funny that like it's from one end of the spectrum to the total opposite end. Yeah. And it's like I feel way better and way different from an eating disorder standpoint. And I do have less of those thoughts, and I don't every once in a while, sure, and I don't move to punish myself anymore, any of this stuff. And yet for whatever reason, that comment about my body that would have made me happy sent me into like this frenzy.
I think it's just like it's something that like I think too like the comments about our physical appearance is like, we've done so much work on our mind. Like comment about how great I was on the microphone, or like how great I made you feel, or whatever. I don't know. That's why I mean, like I don't. Like when I say I don't think it's ever going to go away, I don't necessarily think it's going to be that strong thought, but I just think some part like lives within us, and it's the experience we went through. And, you know, like our stories, just because that chapter of like deep disordered eating like has closed, I think that's still something that like truly like is our story, and it lives within us in some way. It doesn't mean that we beat ourselves up or we hate ourselves or whatever. Like there are days that I look at myself and I'm like, ugh, I wish I could do this or do that or whatever. But I'm not punishing myself in the same way that I used to.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it is just learned behavior around, like, a central idea. Because, again, it is you're right. And we've acknowledged that many times, and I've accepted that it is more a control thing than anything. But I don't know. It was just, like, a weird experience I had today because I was like, this should make me, like... This should be like my I made it moment. And it's totally the polar fucking opposite. Or that's how I feel, at least.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be my... I don't know. It's just like, it's funny because it just didn't bring me the joy it was going to bring me. It kind of made me feel a little gross, honestly. Like, I don't know. It was just...
I remember when someone was like, oh, like they complimented me and I was like, in my head, I was like, what? I was like, I don't look good. Like, it was me criticizing myself versus just saying thank you. And that's something too. Like, I don't take a compliment well.
No, and girl...
Like, you could be like, wow, you look so great tonight. And I'm like, oh, like, I've just like... this is like threw this on. Like I hated my outfits. I changed 5 times, and like my hair is crazy, and like my eyeliner sucks, and like I have a pimple. Like that's my response.
And everyone's never like, just like, lady, you're scaring us. Like,
why did you just lay that all on me? Just say thank you.
I know. Yeah, it's so true. I do it at work all the time. I mean, people are constantly saying like, oh, your skin, and I can never just.
Say
thanks so much. I'm like, well, it's been years of me in the turmoil with the skincare and all the blah, blah, blah.
And I'm doing this. Do you want my links?
I'm gonna start making fucking links, okay? Because people keep being like, "What do you use for skincare? What do you use for this?" I'm like, I'm just gonna start. I know she did.
I just ordered.
Jordan kills me. She kills me because she is like,
guys, I'm so scared of my shadow.
She's so in touch with what's going on from like a social media and a pop culture and a fitness and all these like standpoints. And like she'll carry around like her Chanel bag, and then she'll be like, "I can't get Botox in my neck because I'm gonna be unable to eat ever again." And I'm like, where did I lose you? Like,
this is why. Because someone told me that if you get Botox in your neck and they hit something, your esophagus will close or your trachea or whatever this is, and it'll close, and then you have to have like a feeding tube until the Botox wears off.
But same thing. Somebody could inject Botox into like a major vessel, and then all of a sudden you're blind. Like this is
that
not.
That could happen too. So I need to like get Botox.
I mean, I think you just have to like
go to somewhere reputable.
Yeah. It's not one of those things where freak accidents don't happen at the professionals.
My thing I'm working on is okay. So like growing up, my skincare was like wash your face with like maybe some water and like Neutrogena, and then like Olay moisturizer. Like that was it.
The word Olay itself reminds me of a 77-year-old female.
Olay. Yeah.
Like
yes.
I can't. Yeah. But okay. See.
So I'm trying to like utilize. Not like just like Sephora Rex, but like actual medical grade skincare.
This is going to be a hot take. I don't think anybody should buy any of their fucking skincare from Sephora. If it's being sold at Sephora, I don't think you should be putting it on your face.
Well, I was, but now I just bought BioCare, Nudicus.
We'll circle back.
Oh, yeah, I'll circle back on it. But I just bought that for my nighttime cream. I bought your eye thing for under eye. I bought the Kiehl's thing for every day. Mm-hmm. I already use a vitamin C on my
Here I am. I'm like, don't buy your skincare at Sephora, Kiehl's. But, like, there's certain things. But, I mean...
I use my vitamin C serum. I have a toner. I have... like sunscreen, that's really like I'm not a 10-step.
You don't need a 10-step
girly.
Though. You don't need a 10-step.
I love a good Korean skincare mask. Like I'll do that. I put it in the fridge, put it on my face so it's cold. Ice roll, like I love all that. I just can't do 20 steps in the morning and 20 steps at night. Like I don't wear makeup to like teach. I don't wear makeup most days.
Yeah.
So I'm like my skincare can't be that long either.
Yeah, and I mean I don't think it needs to be. And mine is again, my mom has influenced a lot of my skincare and fashion and spending and everything toxic about me. But
it's so cold.
Like, I just was born and bred, like, you have to take care of your skin. You can't get wrinkles or you're going to be ugly. Like, that, has been, like, shoved into the back of my brain. So, like, that's why I'm so... I mean, I was putting under-eye cream on at 22.
See, I was not.
See, who needed under-eye cream at 22? Not me.
Yeah.
Like,
My big thing that I'm most self-conscious about right now is my neck. So I'm going to ask...
You should talk to my mom. I'm telling you, she gets it in her neck.
I'm going to ask the doctor about the Botox in the neck.
Yeah, and it's just a little. It's nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. I think if it's something that bothers you, fucking fix it or change it.
Pay the money and fix it.
Yeah, like if it makes you, like I was telling...
If it makes you happy.
Oh, the songs. It makes me upset every time. I was saying I went to get Botox last week, and I got there, and the girl was like, "You're not due, sis." And I was like, "Well, I'm here anyways, so
Yeah, I need.
put something into my face." She was literally like, "Come back in a month, and we'll do the whole thing." And I was like, "I'm here."
Yeah, I've already wandered over
And
here.
then she told me, she's like, "Okay, but just so you know, like your head might feel a little heavy, your forehead might feel a little heavy." And I was like, "Is that a Megamind insult?" And
Wait, when you just looked, I was like, "What is over here?"
Yeah, no, I was just envisioning myself. Is that an insult? And then I was like, "Oh no, I don't mind it feeling tight. Like I'm good. Tighten it up." And then last Saturday, after Marlon and I did my class, we went to get breakfast, and I was like, "My face is so tight. Like there's so I can't even. It's so heavy." And I was like, "She told me. She's
right. She's right.
I was like, "Yeah, I appreciate you, and honestly, your professional opinion and all that stuff, but I've made my way here, so please put some units into my face."
Just put a few in. Just take it. Take a few.
She stepped out of that room, and she's talking to her student, probably like, "This crazy fucking bitch. This is, people who don't know how to stop. This one right here."
Addicted.
I mean, it's really out of control. I can only imagine. But
Now I'm like, I need to, especially like trying to get pregnant. You can't get Botox when you're pregnant.
You can't do a lot of things.
So,
see, this is also
I'm
me
like,
in pregnancy. I don't think we're gonna get along.
I need to just
They're gonna
do
be like,
it.
"You can't have any Botox for 9 months." And I'm gonna be like, "Wait a second.
I know. Or like, is it hair dye or you can get your hair dyed?
I don't think you can.
Oh, fuck. I
I
gotta
don't
do
think you can
all
get
of
your hair
that.
colored. I don't think you can. There's a lot of things that you're not allowed to
Damn.
do until like maybe the end.
Damn, life is not easy for us women.
For women, no.
At all. Like Darius is getting a little grays, which also he has not gotten a haircut since before our wedding.
He's
for
looking a little
man,
homely.
Horrible. I was like, Darius, it is time for you to get a haircut. He's like, I know. Like if he was serious, like I want to grow it long, I'd be like, all right, fine. He doesn't want to
He
grow
has
it
straight
long.
hair though, no?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's where I don't think I can
No,
see
I
it.
literally before I came here, I'm on the couch and I'm like, can you go at 1:30?
We will get a divorce if you don't go get your fucking haircut by the time that I come
You're
back.
getting your haircut. And he was like, I was like, you have nothing else to do today.
Yeah, you're like,
sitting
fuck the
on
nuptials.
the couch. Go.
Haircuts.
Yes.
See, Thomas loves his hair, so he's like every 2 weeks he gets his haircut. Yesterday
Darius
we're at
usually
dinner.
does.
Yesterday we're at dinner and a moment of silence came up and Thomas was like, "Nobody is going to tell me how good my hair looks." And me and Marlon were both like, "Your hair looks great." Like, but it always looks great. I mean, I don't know.
Tell him his hair looks good. Push back.
I'm going to be like, "You should tell Darius you guys should get haircuts together every 2
No,
weeks."
he went today. Because usually he's pretty good. I think he's just gotten like, it's long. Like, who cares if it gets a little longer? And I was like, it's time. It is now time. You've got like bamboo
You're like,
neck in the
"I
back. You
can't
need, like,
live like this
No.
with you." Well, you know what's funny? Is there something that Darius does that pisses you off? Like something that you've asked him 1,500 times not to fucking do and he continues to do? He seems like a really good, like he's really receptive.
He's a good follower. Someone literally was like, I feel like Darius is like a little golden retriever puppy dog.
I can't imagine him being upset.
Oh, I can.
Like, like I can see him being sad, but I can't imagine him being like, "Fuck this."
He's not really like, well, he's gotten like that a few times, but he's not really like that.
Like an angry
he
person?
He is very receptive. I think one of the things, we went to couples therapy, like I said, and one of the things like that helped us so much on communication was being really open with like, hey, that's bothering me that you did that, or like, hey, that's bothering me that you did that, whatever it is. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's things that like he does that I'm like, oh my God. Like I said, I think last week we're both Virgos and we both can like handle our own mess. I can't handle his mess. Like the fact that there's so much shit on his fucking bed. And one day he was out golfing all day, and not his bed, but like he has an office that has a bed and it's where his closet is.
It's where she makes him sleep when she doesn't get his hair cut.
It's like all like, so one day I hung everything up and I like put it in his drawers and it was like really nice
Like
and tidy.
passive aggressively, you didn't even say anything about it. You were like, "I'm just going to clean this up."
Oh
and see
no!
if he
When he
notices."
came home, I was like, "Go look in your room," and he went in, and he was like, "Wow, thank you." And I was like, "I have to tell him so he can say thank you because I love that like appreciation."
Validation,
Yeah. But he keeps, and I do the same thing where like I can handle my mess. His, it like gets to me.
Thomas
I'm sure there's other
fucking
things.
will go. So I have a glass shower with like a glass open door. He has to wet that hair every day because he's got to
Yeah.
do whatever he does to that hair.
Yes.
He leaves the fucking shower door open, like wide open, like to the point where I can't really get far into my bathroom because the fucking door's open. And when I tell you that I've asked this man to close the fucking
You need a
shower
sign.
door
Please close after
immediately,
use.
you're not forgetting. You didn't forget. You know what I mean? That's my point. Like it's not like you're like slipped my mind for the 970th time.
Yeah. Maybe you just
Close
need to
the
ask,
shower door.
You need a sign that says, "Please close after use." It's
No.
a reminder.
No.
I'm Team Thomas.
There are just, yeah, we know. Most people are. But, like, there are just, like, a few things that you just, like.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, even if you're okay with the shower door being open, I've asked you now.
Yeah.
900
Thomas,
times.
do better.
Close the fucking shower door.
Listen, if that's the one thing, I think you've got it pretty good.
I mean, I think there's a couple, like, a little other things that he does.
There's
that I'm just like,
definitely
what the
other
fuck do you
shit
do
that I don't know.
You know that TikTok where it's like they have the small hand and they're like tapping like the mustard that didn't get put away in the fridge? Like, that's how I feel like I am with the fucking shower door. I'm going to start getting that little hand. I'm just going to
Kat
tap,
Stickler,
tap.
do you follow her? She's like the...
Yes,
okay, so before she got her divorce, I used to literally cry because she used to go around the house with her husband and be like, oh my God, I think I want a cereal. And she'd go in and she'd be like, thanks, babe, for leaving me the empty box. And then, like, would go and, like, all these things that, like, her husband probably did, like, where, like, he finished the cereal but would put it in. He'd finish the milk but just, like, not throw it out, whatever. And I would cry of laughter because it was, like, all the things that you're like, wow, Darius will do that, too. Or, like, we'll buy...
Keywords and before she got a divorce. Like... No, it is. Like, there's something, like, there's a part...
It's true.
And this isn't me knocking the male species. I know I do that from time to time, and it really rattles the men on the internet. But, like, it just, there's something about them. There's, like, a thing that they didn't get that's, like...
It's like the ability to comprehend certain things.
Yeah, it's just like, just do that, like, the one thing that I asked you to do. Like, he'll walk out of the bathroom and he'll go do something, and I stand there and I'm like, give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him a couple minutes. Maybe he's going to circle back. Maybe he thought he closed it. Whatever. And then, like, 20 minutes goes by and I'm like, are you going to fucking close the shower door?
Did you not hear me 20,000 times before?
And, like, anybody in their right mind would be like, Taylor, just close the shower door. And I'm like, no, because...
It's the principle.
It is.
I have asked him.
I fucking asked you to do it. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. Like, that's like, if I ever push him down if he's ever found at the bottom of a staircase dead,
it's because he left
the shower door that sent me over the edge.
Thomas, you've been warned.
Honestly. He's going to listen to this. I know he is. But, like, maybe he'll get the point. Maybe this is what I needed.
I do think him and Darius need to come
Maybe
on.
I needed to raise awareness.
Yes, you did. You needed to bring this to the forefront of the podcast.
Yeah. You're welcome. Hopefully this benefits a lot of other women
will continue.
suffering from this same fucking thing. I'm just like, hey, men, I can't. Women would never.
No.
You would never not do something that's something someone asked of you.
Unless you told them I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's not an option here. This isn't, like, I'm not asking for much.
Yeah, Taylor, I'm not gonna close the door.
Yeah, well then you better find somewhere else to live.
You better find somewhere else to live.
No, I'm staying. Once I take up space and roots,
that's it, Thomas.
that's my place.
You're out.
He's gonna have to, I don't know, or he's only using the guest bathroom with the curtain.
Darius does use the guest bathroom, and I use the master.
None of his stuff is in there?
In the master?
Yeah.
No, we have 2 separate bathrooms. It's the best thing ever.
Smart.
No, it's literally the best thing ever. Like, our guests use the guest bathroom. We don't have guests over, like, any day. But, like, if we did, they use the guest bathroom. But it's having 2 separate bathrooms is great.
I mean, I just think I have too much shit to invite another person's belongings into my bathroom.
And I have 2 sinks
Yeah.
and 3 drawers and an under thing, and everything is filled with my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Like, when he moved in, I was like, this will be your bathroom.
Yeah.
And this will be, like, your whole setup.
Let me show you to where you're going to wash.
And even, like, when I look at the closet, I'm like, how would another human share this closet with me? They couldn't.
Yeah.
So he has his own closet in the guest bedroom.
Well, I think that's appropriate.
And he's got a dresser and a closet that's in the guest bedroom for him. And it's, like, his office, too. So that's why I call it his room, because he'll, like, put his stuff all over the bed and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's great.
Separation.
Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Wow.
Having your own areas.
I didn't even think about this bathroom situation until just now. And now I think that's what's going to happen.
Yes.
Unbeknownst to him.
It's like he can brush his teeth in your bathroom, but, like, take your shits and showers and your stuff in the other bathroom.
Like, your weird towels.
Your shaving of your beard. Like, I don't want the stubbles.
the hair.
Yeah, I don't need that in my bathroom.
No.
You can do it in yours.
Love that.
And then if guests come over, you just give it a little zhuzh so it looks good, and you know.
So they don't know that you forced your significant other into
I
their
don't
own.
even think it's bad. Darius,
No,
you'll have
I don't
to
think
chime
so
in,
either.
but I think it's great.
I don't think so either. It hadn't occurred to me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
How's your week looking?
What do I got going on this week? I don't even know. Nothing, I don't think. I got a long weekend. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Ooh, why? Because Mondays of the next week is off and Friday of this week is off?
No. Because, well, what?
Like of the week before you got Friday off and of the week after you have Monday off?
Yes. But I think I planned it that way because I was going to, my best friend's having her bridal shower this weekend at home in New York, and I was trying to swing it, and like it just, the flights are like $500, and then I'm moving, and like it just wasn't
too much.
Yeah. So I had planned it that way, but now I don't really have much of anything going on, to be honest
either.
with you. I say that, and then I'll look at my calendar, and I'll have fucking 600 things that I'm like, I don't even remember saying that I was going to do this. But yeah, no, I think I'm subbing an extra day this week. You guys should come.
Yeah, when?
Thursday
night? He can't, but I can.
Okay,
He's got softball.
Athletic.
Yes. I can come, though.
Okay, great.
Let's do it.
I know, you haven't been in
Yes, I have. Just not in a long
a
time.
year and a half.
Really long time. Since
I've
we
been to
first met.
quite a few of your classes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, I'll come Thursday. I'll believe you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, what about you?
Honestly, nothing. I think
Nothing is crazy. Like, that's not true at all.
that's not true.
But,
Like, I
yeah.
have a million things to do, but like, I can't think of
Events, activities.
Yeah, I can't think of like something like noteworthy.
Trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm doing I'm playing pickleball for the first time tomorrow. I've never played, so
With
that'll
the-
be interesting.
People in your apartment complex?
No,
They seem
with
like pickleball people.
Rachel Recharged. She has like her own online fitness platform. She's hosting like a fitness class at Big City Pickleball in West Loop, and then we'll play pickleball after.
Fun.
I know. I'm excited. I have no idea what this will entail. I get
love
to really show
pickleball.
my athleticism, so I'm really excited.
I can't imagine you in a racket sport, I gotta be honest.
Either. I'm not like a big softball girly, not a big tennis girly.
I
but
think
like,
we
let's
should
try
be
pickleball.
tennis girlies.
Oh, okay. I'm really trying to pick up golf for Darius.
Really?
Yeah, so we could like
there's
do
not
that
a
together.
single fucking thing I would do less.
I'm such a good wife.
Yeah, I guess so. There are some compromises I'm just not willing to make.
I don't even
And
like golf, but I said I would try it so that we could do it together because he loves it.
I don't even want to drive the cart. I think that I'd be like a good cart girly, but like I'd be
You get
bored in
really
8
bored.
minutes.
Yeah, I tried to do that for my friends where I was like, okay, I'll like be your ball girl, whatever that is. And they were like, wash our balls. And I was like, then I started doing it and I was like, this fucking sucks. I was like, give me a White Claw and I'll sit here and you guys go do it.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's what
like
I did.
I don't want to be any part. I don't.
Yeah,
it
so-
just seems. Someone was telling me once they were like, you should watch golf on TV, like the big championships.
So fucking boring.
So fun. I'm like,
No.
what is fun about
I
it?
even watched the celebrity one and I was like, I actually don't care what they hit and how fun they think this is. It is so boring.
You want to know what else is really boring? Baseball games. I went to the Cubs game this week. I've never.
Darius, I love them for you, okay?
Is he a Cubs fan?
He's a Cubs fan. We're actually, tonight, we may go to the Cubs-White Sox game if it doesn't rain.
I think it's going to tundra at some point. But
know.
I just like, I don't know. I mean, I watched a lot of baseball back in the day because my ex was a big baseball person. But I'm just like, there's nothing to hold my attention span.
But you know what's a lot better now? That clock, the pitch clock.
Oh.
There's a clock now for pitching that they only have
I
X
saw
amount
it.
of
Yeah.
seconds to
Yeah.
pitch. Before, they could take however long you want, so it could be like a 6-hour game.
Yeah, I Googled on the way there like a fucking idiot as if I have no brain cells. I was like, how long are baseball games? Like, I haven't been to
They're much
10
better now.
million of them in my life. We
But
used to go to
they're
the
better
Yankees
now.
games all the time. And I, like, for whatever reason, I was like, I feel like it's really long. And Google was like 3 to 4 hours. And I was like, 3 to 4 hours
But
to
that's
Monday.
so much better than
I
the
know,
6
that's what
hours.
yes. No, but it wasn't even. It was like 2.5.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
granted, they were getting their asses whooped. But, like,
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, no, much better now.
I'm like, what a boring outing. And I think people love baseball so much because they just get shit canned.
Exactly.
And there I was with my Diet Coke,
Woo!
fighting the group of gnats that kept flying over me, you know?
At
Like,
least
it
you
just
weren't in. Were you in the bleachers?
I was because we were there with Thomas's dad and all of Cadillac.
Fun.
Yeah,
Well,
great times.
I may
Anywho.
go to a baseball game tonight.
Well, yeah, you enjoy that. Not for me. Yeah, well.
All right, well, we've got a
anyways.
lot of fun stuff coming up, a lot
Yeah.
of fun guests coming on. We'll always drop episodes now on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
So
we moved it
changed
to
that
Hump
up.
Day.
Hump Day surprise. So we changed that up. You know where to find us. The Girls Are Fine on TikTok, Instagram, email, YouTube. You got
Spotify,
it.
Apple.
Spotify, Apple, all where you get your stuff. And we'll leave you with just remember that everything's fine.
Good day.